The title of fourth gen leader has been thrown around a lot since 2018. Now that we're in the fifth gen, I was wondering, who actually led the last generation? Yes, we definitely have groups that have more hit songs or popular members than others, but overall, what group or groups could take the title of the leader of the fourth generation of K-pop? Today we'll be talking about that and determining who the fourth gen leaders could be based on the following criteria: album sales, music video views, and total followers across all the main social medias. So let's get into it. Now, to keep things fair, we'll only be looking at groups that are still active. Fourth Gen only ended a few years ago, and by the end of 2025, the oldest and youngest groups from that generation will be 7 and 3, respectively. The groups we're going to be looking at today are LE SSERAFIM, NMIXX, IVE, aespa, TXT, ITZY, ENHYPEN, ATEEZ, IDOL, and Stray Kids. Based on the first criteria, album sales, these 10 groups have the highest total Korean sales over the last 6 releases. LE SSERAFIM only has 6 Korean releases from debut to now, and since this is the lowest number of Korean releases on the list, I'll be using 6 as the standard point of comparison for all groups. Lastly, I pulled and added all these numbers myself, so if anything is slightly off, it's completely unintentional. I don't think anything is, but I figured I should say that before we get into everything. Let's start with sales. For sales, we're looking at the total number of copies sold for the 6 most recent Korean projects, including but not limited to special albums, single albums, mini albums, and full albums. If you look at this graph, Stray Kids is absolutely towering over everyone in terms of copies sold. Their total is 20,779,606, nearly doubling TXT's 11,977,099. Following TXT, we have ENHYPEN, IVE, and aespa rounding out the top 5, followed by ATEEZ, IDOL, LE SSERAFIM, ITZY, and NMIXX. Moving on to music video views, I will say that for groups like IVE with double title tracks, I only included the one with the most views to keep things fair. Everyone is only getting one music video counted per Korean release. Again, we have Stray Kids at the top of this category. Having over 1 billion views from the last 6 Korean releases alone is insane, especially when none of those are their most viewed music video to date. It's no shock to me that aespa has the second highest view total. SM does not waste a cent when it comes to music video production. Now, the bar difference on this chart might seem huge, but ENHYPEN has the lowest with over 360 million views. If each of those views was one person, that's enough people to fill up Madison Square Garden almost 19,000 times. That's insane. Finally, we'll move into social media followers. For this one, we're only looking at X, YouTube, and Instagram. We're also only looking at the group accounts, not the individual member accounts, since every single group has members who are more popular than others. Judging by the other two categories, it might not come as a shock that Stray Kids is first once again. I honestly think followers and sales are the most significant stats. People who couldn't care less about a group probably won't be the ones to buy the albums or follow them, but they may watch a music video or two. I've seen a countless amount of music videos for groups without buying a single one of their albums or following them on social media. The other thing is that some music videos, choreographies, or concepts go viral, but that doesn't always have a direct impact on the sales or followers. Now, looking at all of those criteria, it's very clear that Stray Kids has consistently topped each category. Does this make them the fourth gen leaders, though? What about groups like TXT and aespa, who constantly ranked pretty high overall? Well, let's talk about that. I think Stray Kids' popularity is undeniable. You don't get that many sales, views, and followers from being unappealing or lacking talent. They're a group that delivers creatively, authentically, and consistently. They have 3RACHA, their in-group production team who has worked on the majority of their songs since pre-debut. I feel like a lot of their music is very distinctively them. Specifically talking about their title tracks, their music is intense. It's been referred to a lot as noise, but clearly it's way more than that to so many people, fans and non-fans alike. Given the dedication of their fans, clearly their music goes beyond the surface. Stays are constantly showing up for Stray Kids as much as Stray Kids show up for them. Their leader, Chen, used to do Chen's Room nearly weekly, where he would go live and talk to fans, sometimes for hours. Stray Kids' slogan is literally, "You make Stray Kids stay." The love that they have for their fans runs deep. Outside of their impact on people, they've achieved great things. They headlined Lollapalooza Paris and Chicago. They were the first K-pop group to pose for the cover of Rolling Stone UK. They've broken countless records, including being the first K-pop group to surpass over 5 million pre-orders from their album Five Star. They were the first K-pop group to attend the Met Gala together in 2024. Hyunjin was Versace's first Korean global ambassador. Felix is a Louis Vuitton ambassador. And this year in 2025, they donated 800 million won to aid in the Gyeongsang wildfire relief efforts. Now on to the other groups, TXT and aespa. If we add up all the categories to determine their ranks, TXT and aespa place second and third respectively. But this isn't just about the fact that they're popular, it's about why they're popular. TXT does a lot of storytelling in their concepts. Their music videos give you a more coming of age and cinematic experience. As a boy group, they have an amazing balance of being soft, strong, and experimental. They're incredibly talented, and everything that they have to offer goes beyond just visuals and choreography. As for aespa, they're a K-pop powerhouse. From debut, they've shown a huge amount of potential and uniqueness. Their futuristic concept is something that I haven't seen done in K-pop to this degree and intensity. From Novice to Kwangya, they have so many distinct elements that further push their concept. They mix femininity with industrial intensity, and they pull it off so well. Talent-wise, it's no secret that they're incredibly talented, which I feel is expected of an SM group at this point in time. So back to the original question, who are the real 4th gen leaders? Honestly, right now, I would say Stray Kids. They've proven themselves time and time again and have the fan dedication, connection, and longevity to back it up. However, I definitely do think that with other groups, specifically TXT and aespa, this could be challenged in the future, especially if they continue on their current upward trajectory. Obviously, a group doesn't have to be on this list to be considered talented or successful, so don't get too upset if your alts aren't on here. My alts are literally 4th gen and they aren't on here. I mostly just wanted to pull actual statistics and see what they said. This is definitely meant to be a more lighthearted and fun video, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you so much if you made it to the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye!